Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Gina B. Living Fully, where I explore self-care wellness on a budget. And I love doing that with Dollar Tree items and, of course, thrift store finds. But I have really experienced some wonderful things lately at the Dollar Tree. So I am sharing the things that I have had in my own education with wellness. So I have a very long history of body work and working with holistic doctors and, of course, meditation and much more. But I really have found, especially during the times that we've been going through with prices being hiked, a newfound appreciation for Dollar Tree items for things like that. And the other day I did a Dollar Tree haul. A lot of it were the Father's Day wellness products and, of course, other things that I had found. And I wanted to do a special wellness altar or prayer area. I have this beautiful round little, I would call it a mini table. And this is where I do a lot of my little prayer work. And I never really want to push an agenda on anybody. I try to take things very neutrally. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm very neutral in how I present things that I think would help my clients. If they are particularly religious, if there's a particular cultural thing that they believe in, I go with what they identify with. And so today I'm going to try and show you some Dollar Tree items that I had come across the other day and what I want to do with them for the week. And this is a particularly lovely practice if you're feeling burnt out, if you are struggling just internally, if you are going through any type of experience where you're not feeling as if you're taking care of yourself, or if you're not really comfortable in your own skin right now. And I know that we fluctuate with that in life, right? We just fluctuate with that. So I was in that Dollar Tree and I saw something that inspired me for the subject that I'm going to do, and that is this beautiful little love candle votive. And that made me feel like, why don't we focus on self love and self care? Why don't we create a week where we journal and create personal goals of things that only have to do with yourself and your well being and making yourself the priority? So that is my full definition of self-love is, and if you love yourself and you take care of yourself, then when you are interacting with other people, as we all know, you will have more to offer. They will see that fullness, they will feel that fullness around you, and you will have a better experience socially and with family and with all people at work. If you're nurturing yourself, you then can nurture others. Haven't you heard the term, you can't serve from an empty vessel? So I found this lovely, I saw this and I thought, this is kind of the color that I affiliate with the Heart Center. And it is a really beautiful glass that you wouldn't typically see at a Dollar Tree. I find some colored glass stuff, but I am in a very tiny town on the edge of Sacramento, and it is really close to South Lake Tahoe. It's Placerville, and it is a very tiny place. We have one major Dollar Tree, and then there's one about 5-6 miles away, and it's better stocked. And but you know, two Dollar Trees to your town doesn't give you a lot of options. So this was a huge find. This beautiful little burnt, they call this a laser burn. That's it. It's a laser burn on an image, and it has been laser cut. Piece of wood. You could paint this if you wanted, but I liked it a la naturel. Okay. And this is what we're starting with. We are starting with a beautiful little love vessel. Now I found another vessel. You could put water and put flowers in this. Certainly you could put a candle in it, a little votive candle, and you could also put little fairy lights in it. There's a lot you can do to light this up. So I'm thinking if you light up your own heart, if you light up your own life, that is going to light other people up. It's infectious, right? Energy is energy. So let's dive into the next little vessel. So I found this adorable little vase that day. I didn't haul it. I didn't show it. I had forgotten about it, but this is adorable. It has little hand painted images on it of flowers. And then I cut some yarrow, which is a very gentle herb that grows wild up here. It's all over the highway. And we get the beautiful red pink yarrow. Yellow yarrow. Yarrow typically comes yellow. We get a lot in white, off white. But this brilliant pink, oh my goodness. Exact color of the vessel here, the little love vessel. So there's the beginning of my little, heart wellness. We're going to call it a heart wellness altar or prayer space. Okay, so we're cultivating that. And then I found these beautiful little burnt out hearts. And I took the little Dollar Tree gems, and all I did was paint the back with nail polish, and I glued them on the front with, everything was done with Dollar Tree items. So we all know that Dollar Tree carries craft glue and the Crafter's Square. These all came from Crafter's Square. The hearts, I painted them a little bit with the acrylic brown, and I'm just going to lay them gently, and you can very barely see, but you can see how I'm going to gently lay them. You can set them up like this. They're top heavy, so you have to be very careful. See that? And so you can just lay those however you want. I'm going to lay this one flat. So there is a beginning stage of something very sweet and special. Okay. And then I found this beautiful, last year during Christmas, I found this at the Dollar Tree, and I actually see these every year at my Dollar Tree. It's an angel wing. So especially like if someone believes in angels or is particularly religious, you can use a cross. You could, bring out your own prayer book or put out scripture about self-love and taking care of your instrument. So whatever works for you, but I'm going to put that vessel right here. So we have just this wonderful element of love and nurturing. And when you create something like this, you are actually cultivating that feeling inside. You're opening up to that possibility of allowing love in. Self-love is tough. We usually want to please others and give. And then what happens? What happens? We become depleted. That's called burnout. It can happen at work. It can happen in all relationships, family, romance, you name it. Your kids. And when you're feeling depleted in any area, this is what matters. This is what I have learned at my ripe older age in my late 50s of what I need to do to remind myself. This action is a reminder. It forces me to slow down. and it forces me to look within myself instead of relying on something outside of myself to present that feeling of wellness and contentment, self-love. Okay? So, this is the beginning stage of that. And I just feel that Dollar Tree is offering up items that, you know, are affordable, $1.25 for each piece, and for around $10 you're going to have a beautiful little place where you can pray every morning for a week. It's an exercise, it's a practice. This is your garden. You need to tend to your garden, and it does not have to be expensive. So here we go. Let's take it a step further. So I found they were heart-shaped. They look like little peaches. They're little heart-shaped, but they look like peaches. See that? And I'm going to turn the light on. These were obviously at the Dollar Tree, and they light up. They are adorable. And if you're in, say, an apartment or a place where you're not comfortable lighting a candle, well, obviously you can buy the little fake votive candle to go in here, and you could literally take these precious little lights and light up your adorable little vessel in lieu of a candle. This is safe. This is going to give you that symbol of lighting up your heart, lighting up your life in that area. And so what I'll do is just adjust this. So, and then I'll put the little battery pack off to the side. Because this is a little mini table, by the way, this mini table I found years ago at a yard sale, and I think they said it came from the, I know everybody has heard of Five and Below. It's a store that I believe is nationwide, but that's where they got, but I got it at a yard sale for, I think it was like $1. But it was something they bought for their kitchen. It didn't work, but now our heart is lit up safely. So you can leave this. So when you have a regular prayer altar, a lot of times you have candles, you have to snuff them out because we don't want to leave them unattended. This is a way you can light it up without any danger of fire, which in California has been a problem. So, and especially around Placerville, we don't do a lot of fire up here unless it's a controlled burn because we have the forest. So this is a safe way of doing that. Want to show you the incense that I had got the other day. This was in my previous haul, but one was called the actual heart chakra incense, and it comes with 40 pieces. And if you're not into, if you're not into incense, fine, you can use an essential oil, whatever. But because we are working on self-love, anything with the word heart on it, we don't have to take it literal if you're not into chakras. But if you are and you're curious about chakras, you can look them up on Google. It is a concept of energy wheels of the body. We have 7 energy wheels. So the heart chakra is, affiliated with this area. Okay? And I feel that when you're working on anything specific, it's really nice to enhance all of the senses. So I'm going to enhance my smeller with a heart-centered created incense. I love incense. I found another one that had that pink color. Whenever I think of pink and red, I think of Valentine's Day heart stuff. So that I'm keeping it very neutral. All right. And neutral meaning I'm not pushing an agenda of religion or magic or anything like that. This is simply taking care of yourself. It's like a spa day for the soul. Okay? This is a spa day for the soul. So let's take our beautiful little red burner. We're going to put that right in front. So you may not see it once I lay it down, but it's right in front. It's how that's going to go. And we're going to take one of the incense. So you can either put the heart chakra incense, or you can put, this is called relaxation. Let's go with the relaxation. It fits the color scheme. They're that beautiful pinky red color. I absolutely love it. And I will, I didn't bring my lighter, but I will just show you how this goes in. And I'm just really impressed with the Dollar Tree items. The brand of this one is called Hosley, and they do the chakra blends. It's jasmine scented, and when I smell a jasmine smell, but as you know, all incense can be kind of potent, and it can turn people off if you have allergies. But you know, like I said, you could put a beautiful rose there, you'll have a natural smell, or an essential oil. But Dollar Tree has these, and I thought they were gorgeous. This pack is just the Elegant brand, and it is for relaxation, and it comes with the holder, and you get 10 of these, which I think is a wonderful deal. So you would just light this, and you'll put it in your, there's a little tiny hole, and you'll fit that in there. Let me do that. Aha, it fits perfect. I just love that. And there you have it. So when you light this and you have your light, you have your little wing. See, I'm not even lighting that up right now, but guess what? If you wanted to forego the incense, like I said, if you don't like incense and you just wanted a scented candle, a good safe way, obviously, as you know, and I don't want you to see my face with a stick in it, so we'll just go this way. We're going to go with the luminescence. They had the bright pink color, and it's called Sun Ripened Berry. You get 6 wonderful votives, so that's for 6 nights of you doing a little self-time. So I tend to do things either in the morning or the evening. Evening is wonderful. It's when you're settling down. You've had thoughts for the day that you can write down. This is all leading up to my final item. There's your little votive, and you would put it right there, and you would have a nice, safe flame, boom, right there in your little incense. And a spa for the soul, okay? Everything in the color of the heart area, and things that make us think of love. And I even think that just because, you know, you may be like not wanting to take the time, if you just do it and you run yourself to the Dollar Tree and you pick up these items and you pull it together, it's like a nurturing feeling that I can't explain. You have to do it. And I know that I did not break my bank. I know that I'm doing something for myself, and I know that it's going to force me to focus on this cute little table. It's a special sacred space. That's what it is. And that's what inner peace and self-love is all about, right? And if you're really into the Bible, or, you know, like I said, if you're more religious, you can really add to everything that you're doing your concept of what that looks like. You could put a Jesus, you could put the Mother Mary. The Mother Mary is affiliated with compassion and love, pure love. So you could go any way, any direction you want with this. This is a very neutral palette. And so that's why I encourage people, go take a look at Dollar Tree. They have so many wonderful things to put together for something like this, you know. It's a big, big deal taking care of yourself right now. We live in crazy times and we have all been through a lot. And now we have a lot of financial things going on because of the economy. So I'm going to show you one more thing. I get a lot of wonderful little fake silk, whatever you want to call them, flowers. And you could literally add those right in to your, see, you could add that too, okay? But these are roses, and I typically find things like this right now because of the summer. This is what I found. Isn't that a beautiful sprig from the dollar store? And I literally just bend this up like this, and you can add, it kind of matches the yarrow, and you now have an added plus. So now you're really filling your space with all of these visual things that are going to remind you to really take care of yourself. Okay? The final item, I think I have the final item. By the way, if you're looking for fake or what we would call silk flowers, right now the Dollar Tree is doing very well with those because we're in spring, we're beyond this, I mean, we're in summer, we're beyond the spring season. Very soon they'll be coming out with fall. I mean, once you start going into July, they start breaking everything down after the 4th of July. They go right into fall. The quality is very good. Even at my tiny little Dollar Trees that I have, that the flowers are ever bit as good as some of the stuff you would find at an otherwise much more expensive Hobby Lobby type store. I thought this sprig was absolutely gorgeous. It's got realism to it, and it enhances our little vessel, our little love vessel. I just love it. So let me pull that out of the way a little bit. So again, I'm not fully covered, and I'm going to scoot over. And the final thing is this. So what you would do, let's just imagine how you would do this. Maybe wake up, you create a time where you're going to spend time at your prayer altar. And like I said, I love the evening. I love the evenings. It's when I start to wind down. It's when I start to process my thoughts of work, love, life, relationships, family. I start to process. And a lot of times we go to bed with that, right? This is going to help get all of that stuff out of the head and focus on ourselves. Focus on self-care. And so I would typically come in and light my incense and then my little candle and flick my little lights on, and then I would begin to journal. So here's the journal. There's the journal I found. It's a little journal. I want to say it's gonna give you, oh, I think for this it'll take care of the whole week. If you don't write much and you don't want to deal with a journal, fine. I say just spend time with your altar, and you can draw, you can, sew. There's a million things you can do to have that quiet time to empty your mind and focus on your own self. I like to take it a step further and actually write in a journal. This journal I thought was absolutely beautiful. Its focus is for a week, which is exactly the practice I'm going to do with this. This is for a week. I'm going to focus on my goals and my energy, what I need to do to stay strong and cultivate self-love and respect for myself, my time. And that's going to help me draw boundaries in certain areas where I might not otherwise do that. So you have this beautiful page that gives you goals for the week. It gives you, you get to write down your mood, and it is just lovely the way that is set up. Okay, and you'll go to the next page, and then you can just really fill out that journal with what you're feeling. You could collage it. You could literally draw in here, and give yourself the time to reflect and to focus on goals that you really want to achieve for yourself. Your self-care is what I'm really talking about. So for instance, for example, after I light it, I might put music on, light everything, open my journal, and write down some goals. Gina, you're going to make sure that you take 5 minutes out of your day every day to get peace and quiet and to turn your phone off, or to, anything that's going to nurture you and pull you within. And so I may write down a few goals. Walk outside and smell the roses. I'm going to go for a 5 minute walk every day. These are my goals. And then it gives you a few pages to write down what you actually experienced with that. And then you go to another one. You have another one. And I think this happens, let's see, that's number 2. You have number 3 and number 4. There's 4. There's 4 front pages that you can work with. You can work with this any way you want. I personally am going to use it as an everyday journal, writing down my feelings, and I may take up 2 pages, and that right there will lay by my table. So I'll lay this right by my little table with a little pen, and I might even write in a pink or a more warm colored ink instead of stark black. And I may even have my little colored pencils alongside, so that if I'm feeling like I want to draw, I can do that. These are ways that you can nurture yourself. You can write down on one page feelings that are happening that you're struggling with, and then on the other side you can write down how did you fix it, so that you can see how you're actually taking care of yourself and issues that may come up throughout the week. So this is absolutely gorgeous. It has little moons and stars and sun rays, and so it has that look to it. They had some that looked more religious. They had all kinds of little journals like this, but this gives you room. It gives you room to really write and or draw or put down positive. If you just want to write an affirmation a day, if you wanted to write down what your dreams were like for the week, right? That's all form of self-care, all of it, okay? Just amazing. So with that being said, I hope that you will like this. Possibly subscribe if you are enjoying my content. I am definitely going to do another Dollar Tree haul of wellness products very soon. I can't predict the day because I haven't gotten my work schedule. But again, it's Gina B. Living Fully. So like, subscribe if you will, and hit that little bell so you can get notified when I do put up another video. And again, I am really trying to specialize in all things wellness and fun related on a budget. Everything that you see here was around $10. I mean, once I was done with this part of my haul, it just, for me, if I went to regular stores, it can get very expensive. Anybody out there that knows, if you're diving into meditation stuff, or even going to a religious store and buying your candles and buying things, if you're doing prayer work, it gets very expensive. Journals alone, we know this, right? So this was a way that I could show you how I do it on a very firm budget. And I'm very proud of how that all turned out. So I just want to wish you a happy Sunday and happy journaling or creating self-love for the week. And I will be back soon with another Wellness Dollar Tree. Take care. Haul, I mean, Dollar Tree haul. Bye bye now.